morning, everyone. Welcome to Tribune News on Q, your go-to morning news source only here at the Daily Tribune. We're live on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and a Daily Tribune Official on TikTok. For our headlines. Senator Risa Hontiveros proposes 15 billion pesos in the 2026 budget to expand zero balance billing to local government hospitals. House Speaker Boji D denies secret insertions in 2026 DPWH budget, insisting all items were fully vetted. The Bicameral Conference Committee clears the 6.7 trillion peso 2026 national budget, with DPWH funds cut by 90 billion pesos and ratification set for December 29th. Former DPWH Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral is found dead in a Benguet ravine. Authorities probe suicide or possible foul play. Kitty Duterte shares an emotional reunion with her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, during a visit in the Netherlands. Potato Corner faces scrutiny over alleged franchise takeovers, prompting an internal review, while the Philippine Franchise Association has yet to comment. Alex Ayala wins gold for Team Philippines in SEA Games tennis, proudly singing the national anthem for the first time in 26 years. After losing to Thailand in straight sets, Alas Pilipinas will face Vietnam for the SEA Games men's volleyball bronze medal. Filmmaker Jeffrey Deturian returned to the MMFF with Anne Mary, highlighting nuanced performances by Angelica Panganiban and Zanjo Marudo. Today is the 20th of December 2025, Saturday. I'm Eliana Lacap, bringing you this week's top stories. Let's get started. Senator Risa Hontiveros is proposing a 15 billion peso allocation in the proposed 2026 national budget to expand zero balance billing to hospitals run by local government units. Hontiveros wants 30% of the 51 billion peso medical assistance fund earmarked for free services under the program, as budget talks continue in the Congress. At present, zero balance billing applies only to the Department of Health-run hospitals. The senator says the move will allow more Filipinos to receive free hospitalization nationwide. Now, House Speaker Boji D has denied reports that lawmakers inserted billions of pesos into the 2026 budget of the Department of Public Works and Highways. D said claims of secret additions to the House-approved spending plan are inaccurate and misleading, stressing that all budget items were vetted and approved before bicameral talks began. The statement follows a report by the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism, citing large increases in district-level DPWH allocations. Now, the Bicameral Conference Committee has wrapped up deliberations on the proposed 6.7 trillion peso 2026 national budget, easing fears of a reenacted spending plan. After 4 days of marathon talks, Bicam Chair Senator Win Gatchalian and Representative Micaela Swansing said they are confident President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. will sign the budget into law. Lawmakers agreed to slash roughly 90 billion pesos from the Department of Public Works and Highways' budget, with ratification now set for December 29th. Now, former Department of Public Works and Highways Undersecretary Maria Catalina Cabral was found dead in a ravine along Cannon Road in Benguet amid an investigation into the anomalous flood control projects. Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla said initial findings point to suicide, but authorities are still probing possible foul play to dispel conspiracy claims. Police officials involved were relieved for mishandling evidence, while investigators moved to secure Cabral's gadgets and records linked to the corruption probe. Kitty Duterte has shared an emotional reunion with her father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, during a visit in the Netherlands after months apart. In an interview, Kitty said she was overwhelmed and tearful upon seeing her father again, calling the moment both joyful and heartbreaking. She recalled his surprise and pride, including light moments during their conversation. Kitty said she will spend the holidays nearby with family and thank supporters for their continued prayers and encouragement. Now, popular food franchise Potato Corner is facing scrutiny after franchise applicants accused the company of unjustly taking over proposed kiosk locations once they showed strong potential. Netizens claimed the franchise proposals went unanswered, only for company-owned branches to later open in the same areas. In response, Potato Corner said such actions does not reflect its values, adding it has launched an internal review and reached out to those who raised concerns. The Philippine Franchise Association has yet to comment. Pump prices of petroleum products are expected to decline during Christmas week, according to the Department of Energy. DOE Oil Industry Management Bureau Director Rodela Romero said global oil markets remain weighed down by ample supply and weak demand, despite temporary geopolitical tensions. She said gasoline prices may drop around 1.20 pesos per liter, diesel by 1.70 pesos per liter, and kerosene by 1.75 pesos. Oil firms implement fuel price adjustments every Tuesday nationwide. Filipina tennis star Alex Ayala turned emotional after winning gold for Team Philippines at the 33rd Southeast Asian Games, proudly singing the national anthem on the podium in Thailand. Ayala said hearing Lupang Hinirang was a lifelong dream, noting it was the first time the anthem was played in the SEA Games tennis in 26 years. She described representing the country as a different kind of pressure compared to tour events. Ayala will take a short break before resuming preparations for the Australian Open in January. And after a straight-set loss to host nation Thailand, Alas Pilipinas will compete for their bronze medal in the men's volleyball event at the Southeast Asian Games. The team fell 20-25, 19-25, 21-25 despite 24 points from Leo Oridales. Alas Pilipinas will face Vietnam in the bronze medal match, aiming to end the country's 6-year medal drought in the SEA Games men's volleyball. Acclaimed filmmaker Jeffrey Dutrain returns to the Metro Manila Film Festival with his latest entry, Unmarried, showcasing his signature sensitivity to character and everyday emotion. Jaturian praised lead actress Angelica Panganiban for her nuanced performance, noting her natural chemistry with co-star Zanjo Marudo. The film, a quiet yet deeply human story about relationships, marks Jaturian's second MMF entry since Bridal Shower in 2004. He hopes audiences will leave the theater inspired to value and nurture their own relationships. And before we end, we would like to greet our head-on design, Miss Gina Basilia, a very happy birthday. Your Katribu family wishes you a good health and happy heart always. And that's all for now. Join us again tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. still here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page, Tribune Now on YouTube, and a Daily Tribune official on TikTok. Also, catch the diva that you love, Alwin Ignacio and Ultra Maldita Alex Brosas later and tomorrow 4 o'clock p.m. for the DTT show on Diario Tirada's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Eliana Lacap for Tribune News on Q.